Okay, I think it's December the 14th, and we're just going to do a little flight with a Carbon Cub, or sorry, not Carbon, the Sport Cub from Park Zone. That was a full flap takeoff. Haven't had a chance to get out. We've had days where we could have, and then it would snow on me just before I get there, and then we got a good dump. Just wanted to do some touch and goes here, but it's hilarious to think that I'm doing this on snow. So the idea is, of course, to bring it around the turn to final low. Lots of rudder, and then rudder out. You're going to fly low, you're going to fly slow. You got to have the rudder active, because that's the only way to keep it from stalling. That was all rudder there. I'll try this as a proper descent. So we're on the downwind, as you would call it. We got full flaps, turning base. So there you go. Clip this little tree. I was obviously too far downwind. We'll pop it out. Knock a little bit. Oh, I see. I cracked that little bit of cowl, but that's no big deal. That's nothing. Just control surfaces all seem to want to work. We're good. So we'll just keep on flying. Right rudder, and off she goes. Right into the sun for you, I'm sure. It's going to be an interesting landing. Up before the tracks. That's awesome. You know, I could probably move down on the other side of those tracks, and then I wouldn't even have to worry about this. Too low, get a little power, off. Right rudder, power on, off she comes. And we'll just try some low circuits with the speed up a little. Last second flare there is nice. Almost a touch and go. It's almost like landing on pavement, this frozen ground. As soon as you break through the crust, of course, it's instant dead. Using the old rudder, using lots of rudder. Right rudder there a little bit, just to get her going. You can hear the old wheels just a spinning. Now I use down elevator. I've actually dialed it in as a mix. I never normally do that. I never mix. I like to control myself. But in this case, the Sport Cub, I've got quite a bit of flap deflection, and it is just wildly poppy. It just really wants to climb. Even with some down elevator, you still got to, I'm using my thumbs to compensate as the speed increases. But I just found it was just, you know, lots of distraction. The sun's starting to peek through. We had a nice overcast day going on. It was actually quite dreary, but it was good for flying. Now it's kind of getting too bright on me. Actually, I'm going to get it up there, and I'm going to practice some slips. Slip in, using right rudder, Lots of right rudder, and you can come by at a massive descent like that and not have any speed. So what we'll do is, as we come around the corner, you're going to bank left, of course, to make the corner, but then you're going to start inputting right rudder, so opposite to your bank, to start slipping the airplane. And then you can descend rapidly and then back on the throttle. So you get way up high, and yet you can drop all sorts of altitude. So see how close in we can make that slip work. See, we're pretty close. There's no way you should be landing from this altitude, but there you go.